In Pinellas County, there are more reports of dead fish washing ashore from red tide, but the most recent report shows improvements for our Gulf Coast beaches. Our Malik Rankin joins us with a look at current conditions and how FWC is working to educate tourists on toxic algae.
If you go to FWC's website, Pinellas County's, or St. Pete's, there's plenty of resources on red tide and how to best plan your day. But if you're offline, it comes down to this sign, which a lot of people ignore when they're making their way to the beach.
I don't know much about red tide. I would assume that it has something to do with algae.
Jim Huseman is visiting with his family from Indiana. He says he didn't know about red tide before his trip or even after he got to the beach.
If there is a public health risk, I feel like there should be a prominent display letting people know without a whole lot of guesswork as far as what's going on out in the waters and the sand.
Something more obvious than the sign.
Something pretty obvious.
Although the sands have some unwelcome guests,
all of the sampling from Madeira Beach north to Fred Howard Park showed no red tide presence, no red tide present. And we did have low to medium concentrations from Treasure Island south to Fort Desoto, but overall, this is really the most encouraging report we've seen in a while.
FWC is working to better communicate with everyone about red tide.
It's something we're always trying to improve. We're always trying to get the message out. We're always trying to, think about different ways that we can reach different people that are going to be recreating.
And for those visiting, not everyone knows to look for red tide when planning a vacation.
No, there's a zero education from a public perspective.
FWC is working on connecting with hotels and Airbnbs in the area to better get information on red tide to the people visiting.
And we have a link to FWC red tide resources. It breaks down red tide presence, wind direction, and wind speeds to let you know which beaches are the best to visit.